This afternoon news broke that a whopping 700,000 eggs from contaminated Dutch farms have been distributed across the UK. The Food Standards Agency added that processed foods using eggs have also been affected by the use of fipronil, a toxic insecticide banned from use in the production of food for human consumption. The statement read, "It is likely that the number of eggs that have come to the UK is closer to 700,000 than the 21,000 we previously believed had been imported. However, as this represents 0.007% of the eggs we consume in the UK every year, it remains the case that it is very unlikely that there is any risk to public health from consuming these foods." Is it safe to eat eggs bought in the UK? An FSA spokesperson told express.co.uk, "Yes, it is safe to eat eggs in the UK. And eggs produced in the UK are not affected. Shell eggs on sale to consumers are also not affected. There is no evidence that eggs laid in the UK are contaminated or that fipronil has been used inappropriately in the UK. Is it safe to eat eggs? The FSA has assured Britons that eggs from the UK are safe to consume. It is safe to eat British eggs. Eggs produced in the UK. Food Standards Agency representative, the products affected or Dutch eggs imported into the country. The agency added that the products affected are processed foods in which egg is one ingredient among many others. They name sandwich fillings and other chilled foods amongst the list of products they deem to be involved in the egg incident. The agency continues to say it is very unlikely that these eggs pose a risk to public health, but as fipronil is unauthorized for use in food-producing animals, they have acted with urgency to ensure consumers are protected. What is being done to stop the egg crisis? On Monday, the Dutch Food and Welfare Authority (NVWA) warned consumers that one batch of eggs had such elevated levels of fipronil that their consumption would present a serious public health risk. They went on to advise that eggs from at least 27 other farms should not be eaten by children. Aldi Nord, Aldi Sud and Lidl have removed the eggs from their shelves from farms under suspicion of using fipronil. Today, the FSA is assuring Brits that testing of eggs on farms is underway across the UK and results to date for England and Wales show no exposure to fipronil. Heather Hancock, chairman of the Food Standards Agency, said, "I'm confident that acting quickly is the right thing to do. The number of eggs involved is small in proportion to the number of eggs we eat, and it is very unlikely that there is a risk to public health based on the available evidence. There is no need for people to change the way they consume or cook eggs." However, fipronil is not legally allowed for use near food-producing animals and it shouldn't be there. Tuesday, January 24, 2017. Sepsis is also referred to as blood poisoning or septicemia. It is a potentially life-threatening condition triggered by an infection or injury. The British Egg Information Service (BEIS) told express.co.uk British egg producers have reiterated the need for consumers and food producers to look for British Lion eggs and egg products, following the Food Standards Agency (FSA) announcement that some processed foods are being withdrawn from sale as they may have been made with non-egg eggs contaminated with fipronil. Approximately 180 Dutch farms, including egg farms, are believed to have used a product containing fipronil to treat red mite in poultry houses. Fipronil is banned for use around food-producing animals in the EU. The spokesperson explained that the Food Standards Agency said a small number of eggs have been distributed to the UK from the affected Dutch farms and may have been incorporated in other food products. Shell eggs on sale to consumers are not affected, and the Food Standards Agency says that there is no need for people to change the way they consume or cook eggs. The BEIS added all major UK retailers stock British Lion shell eggs and tests have shown that there is no risk from British eggs. Most eggs imported into the UK are used by caterers, or are processed for food manufacturers and other businesses for use in products with eggs as an ingredient. Food manufacturers, retailers and caterers using processed eggs should look for egg products produced within the British Lion Egg Products Scheme. This guarantees that they will have been made using British Lion eggs, produced to the highest standards of food safety. The BEIS added all major UK retailers stock British Lion shell eggs and tests have shown that there is no risk from British eggs. Most eggs imported into the UK are used by caterers, or are processed for food manufacturers and other businesses for use in products with eggs as an ingredient. Food manufacturers, retailers and caterers using processed eggs should look for egg products produced within the British Lion Egg Products Scheme. This guarantees that they will have been made using British Lion eggs, produced to the highest standards of food safety. How to safely cook eggs when using eggs in cooking, whether that's scrambled eggs or baking. There are a number of things you can do to ensure you won't fall ill. The Food Standards Agency (FSA) state keep eggs away from other foods when they are still in the shell, and when you have cracked them open, don't use damaged or dirty eggs, and be careful not to splash raw egg onto other foods, surfaces or dishes. Cook eggs and foods containing eggs thoroughly, and use pasteurized egg for raw or lightly cooked foods. Finally, the FSA advise washing and drying your hands thoroughly after touching eggs or working with them, and serving egg dishes straight away, or cooling them quickly to keep chilled.